Okay, this is day 138.5, and here's Rex Tillerson, Secretary of State, sending a message to Kirstjen Nielsen, who is the Secretary of the Department of DHS to Homeland Security, saying, hey, Mr. Deripaska here, remember the Derringer coming out of your Pascha, pointing at you, the guy with the boat, the guy in Norway, having NATO generals come out on his boat. He hired this lobbyist named Waldman, right, in 2009. And you give Waldman enough money, and then you get a diplomatic passport. And here's Chris Steele saying exactly that the general legal advice involving Mr. Deripaska's U.S. visa was a commercial transaction. So the recent texts between Mr. Waldman and the senator, Mark Warner, show a relationship between Mr. Waldman and Mr. Steele. So here again, this series proves to be right on three different counts. We proved to be right on Fusion GPS. We were right on Deripaska. We were right on diplomatic passports. And you put organized crime figures with when you put organized crime figures with diplomatic passports, you're going to get contraband. You are going to get contraband, right? So it just stands to reason. So I won't cover the story now, but there's a story about 73 containers falling off the coast of North Carolina, 13 miles out on the Outer Banks, the Oregon Inlet, they call it. One of them was completely full of radioactive waste. Now you're seeing it bubble up. I think it was actually dumped into a drill area, which is what they do when they leach, and then they wait for the sulfuric acid to leach out. But I won't cover that story tonight. But again, there's another container story headed for Charleston from Norfolk. So these are things that just keep coming back in the news. Here's a new item here, which is Gazprom Bank. This is the third biggest bank in Russia, and they're hiring two ex-senators on K Street, Bro from Louisiana, I think, or Brew, however you say that, and then Trent Lott from Mississippi. And they're talking about, hey, get us a repeal of sanctions. Well, that's perfectly okay if you want to do that and you are Hillary Clinton. But if you're General Flynn and that comes up, the Russian ambassador brings that up, then you end up going to jail for lying to the FBI. And now finally, we have Christopher Steele saying that not only was the hack done by Russians in the DNC, but the Russian agents, were within the Democratic Party structure itself. June 26, 2016. Within the Democratic Party structure itself. Again, we're proven right. These are Russians. It's going to be Centreville. It's going to be within the Democratic Party themselves, within the payment structure of the Democratic Party. Look to the server. Look to the Becerra server. Look to our good friend, Natalia Sova.